Welcome, audiophiles and hi-fi aficionados and music lovers. Let's talk a little bit about subwoofers, and in particular, my subwoofer, the Undertone Mark II. We'll get to that opening clip there in a little bit and what that was all about, so stay tuned. I'm not an expert on subwoofers, but I'm going to share a little bit with you my experience on selecting this subwoofer and a few other things that are interesting and might be valuable in your selection process. Here's a picture of my setup. I have Zoo Audio Soul Supremes, and those speakers have a 10.5-inch full range treated paper cone driver. Now, when I was looking for subwoofers, I was looking to spend less money and reviewing a lot of the ones that are advertised and fairly popular. And one of my friends, who is an audiophile dealer, used to be a store owner, kind of expert on this stuff, he cautioned me, look at those drivers when they're operating. You can hardly see them move. Where you watch the main driver in some speaker systems, those things are flapping around practically like a fish out of water. And so I got to thinking about that. Well, what's the concern? The concern is if the subwoofer you have drivers don't somewhat match your main drivers, a lot of the times they're out of phase, because what do you see when you see subwoofers advertised? Long throw. They're always talking about long throw. Well, my main drivers are as far from long throw as you can get. So I did a lot of research, looked around. Finally, I spent about 3 times more than what I was planning on to get the Zoo Audio Undertone subwoofer, because I knew that would match well with what my main speakers were. But a lot of times you don't have the choice of get the subwoofer from the same company that made your main drivers. This stuff has just got too damn complicated. We're lucky we got the internet, so at least we can learn a few things, because there aren't any stores around anymore. That opening clip was Jennifer Warnes, and the tune was Bird on a Wire. I was watching an internet YouTube video about this Danish hi-fi company, and it was a really good video about how to place your speakers in a room, and they specifically talked about music to listen to, and this tune was the one they talked about for speaker placement and being able to hear the bass. It has a repeated bass pattern that continues, and you walk around the room and you listen for places where the music is, or the bass notes have been canceled. So where you see my subwoofer setting, that was the most convenient place to put it when I got it. I put it there, I played this, I walked around, it sounded fine. I've never tried to tweak it, move it, or do anything else. But you need some music to play that you know what it's supposed to sound like, and this is just one example. I got the Zoo Audio Undertone Mark II about a year and a half ago. I bought it on a Cyber Monday, and I didn't want to wait to get one custom made finished to match my main drivers. They had 2 American walnut ones in stock. They were on sale. I said, send me one, okay? Just a few notes here, maybe because I ordered the one they had in stock. Didn't come with a power cord, no big deal. Didn't come with any instructions. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'm happy with this subwoofer. I'm happy with Zoo Audio. I called them on the phone and got a lot of information quick and easy. So let's see what this thing is about. Here's what the back panel looks like. It has a lot of adjustments for the tweakers that want to mess with this stuff and figure it out. I was surprised it didn't come with any instructions where to set anything, so I immediately called them on the phone, got somebody, and they went through it with me. Now, the Zoo Audio Soul Supremes go down to either 32, 36 hertz. And so he said, you adjust the volume to where you want and set the low pass around 45. You can change that, play with it. Then the next one is the frequency gain. The next one is the frequency something. And the last one is the phase. The check and see if it's in phase. He said, set all the rest of them to the standard setting, which is what I did, and I've never messed with them. I've been happy with the sound. I did try the low pass, trying a few different frequencies, and I've adjusted the volume a few times and got it where I want it. Now, as you all know, some records have way more bass and some records have way less bass. If you're an audiophile, a piddler, you may be messing with that stuff all the time, but I just want to listen to music. So I found a volume setting that on most of the stuff I listen to gives me the correct level that I want, and I haven't messed with it since. You have a line in and you have a speaker in. Now, talking to the zoo folks, they said the speaker in, if you have a second speaker out on your amplifier, works best. That's what I did. It works great. This thing weighs 68 pounds, goes down to 14 hertz, 14 to 80 hertz, and if you need it, has a Hypex UCD 400 watt amplifier built in. Here's a little picture of what the driver looks like, and the bottom of the speaker. Down, it's a totally sealed case with a down-firing subwoofer, and it sounds great. Well, I hope you got a little bit out of that, or maybe it was just a little bit entertaining. What's the point of all of this stuff? Well, it's for listening to music. So let's get back to listening to some music. I'll see you all down the trail.
Happy trails to you until